went for M80 on this one, folks. Both these teams so much to play for, mainly that if you lose, your season is over. It's true for every match here in round 5. 3 massive stories about to take their next step. It's M80 versus Dignitas.
All right, here we go. It comes down to one final match. Yeah, I'll pull double duty. Why not? Let's go. Round 5. You got 2 teams playing for their tournament lives, for their season lives. Dignitas, M80, a lot of inconsistency throughout every weekend. Why not have all the chaos unfold?
Nice win game 1. 1-0 against NRG.
One of the most chaotic teams to face, M80, who out of the 3 of the 4 matches that they've had have gone to game 5. M80 can be affected by nerves, but can they close out cleanly against Dignitas, who had a good start to their day, but find themselves in round 5 as well?
I mean, teams have had their ups and downs throughout the day. It's been almost a microcosm of their entire seasons. And especially on the Dignitas side, remember, they're trying to kind of pave their way into a major where they didn't make a main event during one of the open qualifiers, as that shot ricochets around off at the defensive Nas. And now it is Jorius trying to play forward. That free flip got him forward, but now Nas up the ladder, ran out of juice. And while M80 are threatening, they're not quite getting that key touch, that key look onto the Dignitas net. Now Stizzy, he had a lot to work with, or at least a lot to shoot at, but nothing in the tank.
That's the thing. M80 have been running on like no boost throughout that offense. There's only so much you can do with that. We're able to stabilize on that front, but then Stizzy helps Dignitas cross the boundaries into the blue half. Jorius, AJ, and Nas playing together on the front. This will go to AJ first. How does he center this ball out using all the boost in the tank and not even keeping possession is a rough look, and Jorius everyone's ramming their heads into Dignitas, but Dignitas are still like getting an offense going out of all that.
Well, the scoreboard watching for at least the fans will be commencing throughout as this one drops down for Stizzy. Tried to play it close to the vest. Nas is gonna at least give him a look, but now it's AJ trying to kick it into high gear. It's been a disappointing split for
I don't remember Stizzy holding his controller up
squad,
like that.
and they have a chance to turn it all around by playing their way into the London Major, and then a shot at punching their ticket to the World Championship in Fort Worth later on in the year. Nas wins the race to the boost. Can he get the read on Gyro? He certainly does, but there's nothing else there as Dizzy pops it away, avoids contact, and all day to play this away does Gyro. Ooh, put a little move on as well.
Yeah, Dignitas look like a very confident team, and M80, I'm seeing them dive at the ball with
Oh,
not really
playing
assessing
tennis
how
now?
much boost they really have, so they're not even making contact, and they put themselves out of position. So M80 are really just brawling right now, but now Stizzy almost getting that ball was looking mighty threatening as this lands in Arsenal's lap, but no, AJ sends it away. And M80 have Nas to look forward to with the double touch off the sidewall. Jorius from up high with Gyro and Arsenal ready off the crossbar. It's an easy save as AJ mind games against Arsenal and almost setting up Nas for success.
Only 3 shots out of Dignitas. They've all come out of Stizzy, at least the ones that have been on target. Gyro's trying to set up Arsenal and said he has to dive into the corner. Stizzy gave it a look as well. He's quickly onto this ball, and he can create from here. We've seen him do it all day, but that one blocked away by Nas. And now another one lobbed forward. Arsenal won't get credit for a shot. Now he will, as he follows it up off the miss up top.
Where is M80 going? Like, there's just somebody
That's
on
what
the
I'm
back
trying to find
court,
out.
and you know, it's a weak touch.
I mean, I'm not hitting that, but Jorius should.
Okay, guys, counterattack time. Let's go. But it's a touch that just goes straight down instead of straight out, and Dignitas take full advantage.
I think you see that ball just very slowly floating up on the backboard, and you think that Jory's going to clear that powerfully downfield all day, and that did not happen, and it all blew up on M80. AJ almost got it back, but Stizzy is in the way, and now Nas, he'll go back to the kitchen and can't cook anything up. That's over. AJ's headed in. Stizzy adds his tally.
Interesting.
Well, that is not what you wanted to cook up.
Great
That
pass
is
from
for
Nas.
sure. And
Just
Stizzy with a
Stizzy.
straight up clear, and AJ's in the midfield, but just too far forward, so that goes over his head, and Dignitas will lead by 2 as
This is
M80
not.
are
Like,
breaking
this is
themselves
by any
down
means
in the boost department,
not
which really hurts
what
their
M80
options
need to be
and
doing
how
to
they're
win.
able to keep up with Dignitas, and now AJ, okay, doesn't need no boost, what a shot.
That's a bit
This
better.
is what M80 fans have been waiting for out of AJ, to start scoring in crunch time where nobody else has the offense going. Somebody has to step up. AJ, as good a candidate as anybody. And if he can do that, it's going to be very good for M80. This is blocked away by
Jesus,
Nas.
we got that on target.
And
He's scary.
oh, he is. AJ, nothing else there as Stizzy blocks him on the ground. He can get around on this though. Jorius can't win the race to the corner boost. And it is Stizzy and Dignitas in full control in the final minute.
AJ, what the heck was that? You see him fly by. But hey, Dignitas, gyro against AJ,
Okay.
Stizzy coming from the corner.
My bad,
salvages the
forgot
situation.
Stizzy's on the
Helps
ball.
Dignitas get out of dodge, but an awkward touch gives a chance for Jorius to throw down a shot. Now Nas up for the ceiling, loses control of it, and it lands into AJ, but with all the traffic from Dignitas, M80 still can't seem to puncture in. That's a big win for AJ, but where is the support? The second man is too far back for M80. With 17 seconds, they gotta have a lot last hurrah.
AJ doing all he can. He's going to need some help. Nas coming up as well. Out of the corner. Jorius to tie the game.
Okay. We got a tied game.
He's done it. This isn't over, but a win against Arsenal. And look at the recovery from Jorius. Throwing this above Stizzy. Nothing to work with. Dignitas getting drained in that last minute. We'll decide if we go into OT based on how this kickoff breaks down, as AJ gets a hand up first against Gyro, reads it well. Jorius wanting to push on forward before Stizzy clears it above the midfield. Now Gyro with no boost was depending on Stizzy, but Jorius sends it back to sender, and with that touch landing on the ground, we go to OT for game 1.
Now, why not have another overtime? Let the chaos ensue here as AJ wins the race to the midfield boost. Forces that through the corner, but can't kick that out to a teammate. Nas was waiting. Jorius all the way back. Now Stizzy couldn't get around on a shot. And Nas let that one get away. This could really be trouble for M80 defensively, but Gyro couldn't keep that ball under control. That's a huge break for M80, and this breaks their hearts in
Okay.
game 1. Stizzy does it.
Stizzy is
again.
that breaker.
Dude, Stizzy was in the net, the M80 net, and just drove out, put himself in a better position so he could be a passing option, and it worked out for Dignitas. They just are really...
Right, take your wins. We're back into game 2. That was kind of nuts. I was actually watching both games, and you made mention that it was an OT that shouldn't have happened, and I could not agree more. However, Dignitas,
I'm a hater, I know.
they don't look bad. I mean, oh, this is a nuts series.
Dignitas don't look bad, but it's M80 that have to clean up. It's Stizzy, okay, he beats the one defender, but Dignitas aren't really making contact with the second man. It's a lot of these solo plays, and M80, it's not gone the way. They've clawed their way back, though.
Hey, I feel like that is the M80 way, clawing her way back from any deficit in any round of the Swiss. They are the merchants, though, so as far as history is concerned, they are expected to come out of this successfully. However, Dignitas, they're giving them a run for their money on it. Gyro to himself, no boost though, means it could be a take back for M80, but Arsenal waiting in the wings, trying to get under one, not enough. Nas trying to clear out. It's a slow stop at mid, and Dignitas looking pretty solid.
And good saves out of M80. Dignitas, though, recycling their players forward, so it's been sustained pressure that's starting to make you worry, especially with M80. 2 players without boost. Gyro crashing into AJ, who's been stoic in the net. Now Stizzy against Nas and Jorius. It comes out, and Arsenal just couldn't adjust in time. But again, Dignitas fight for possession where Gyro didn't have enough boost to keep up with the ball. Arsenal kind of with the fake as Stizzy wanted to land into Nas, and the ball games worked out. Dignitas score.
That worked out perfectly for him.
So crystal clear,
Arsenal took his
and
time
yet
and passed her, and
somehow
Stizzy using
Nas just
Every little bit of boost put himself in the perfect spot for that redirect into the net.
Have it, early game lead back to Dignitas, which is not what you want if you're M80 because they're headed towards that match point right now. But can we get a response? Jorius off, headed towards the backboard. Great read there from Gyro, but Nas to try and keep it going. This one could go down over to AJ. Pass, tries to go for the upper 90. No follow-up, no finish from Jorius either. Maybe Nas could be third time's the charm, but the Arsenal save pulls through.
Yeah, Nas really needed to hit that shot. It was such a beautiful setup, and now we'll make up for it with the double demo.
Oh my god.
Net,
Doesn't matter if you double demo.
For Dignitas, but M80, and they had a couple of rebounds that had Dignitas thinking twice about it. But the fact that, man, M80 didn't score there is insane.
Hey, listen, the pressure's not done yet. They are still taking shots on this one. Arsenal, though, a half a tank to work with. Gets past one. Can he get past Nas? He's taking his time. He's trying to take their boost. The boost stealing could be pretty impactful for this squad as far as offense is concerned, but this falls to the hands of Jorius. He can't get past Arsenal. He takes control back. He's just trying to slow things down and go forward. Here comes Stizzy, the one that everybody's had their eyes on all season, was wondering if this was going to work out for him or not, and so far it has. 2:14 on the clock. It's an attempted save, goes to the crossbar, shot opportunity, goes backwards, and here comes M80 back on defense.
Stizzy is so annoying. He's just buzzing around them, 50ing everything like M80 just finally could clear now as Stizzy denies the backboard and will allow Gyro to move forward, but he was still kind of adjusting off the back wall, so it gave a chance for M80. Put some punches in. Stizzy against Jorius, man. Stizzy really knows how to manipulate the ball when he's in these isolated scenarios. With Gyro gone, though, it's up to Arsenal. It slots it perfectly high.
You have to be ready. The name of the Dignitas game for years has been that there was always going to be somebody set up in the infield or the center waiting for a wayward shot or an intentional
It's so
setup.
bright
And
outside
there you
now.
have it, the follow through
It
from
looks like it's
Arsenal.
daytime.
Dignitas up 2-0.
Jesus.
Nas having a full tank to use to get across. And they really like to just slam this backboard and then try to fight for possession in the corners, but oh, wow,
That shot from
shot
Nas.
from Nas. I wasn't sure that was going in. Okay, he makes up for the previous play and keeps M80 within one.
Oh man, I was trying to see who was supposed to be back on this one. Stizzy, no boost. He just tried to at least see if the jump would have been enough, but it was just over. 1 goal lead is all that remains after that shot goes in. 1:20 off the ceiling. Here comes Jorius, goes for the pitch. He actually turns it into a 50. Can he get the dunk? No. Gyro kept that one out. And pressure still sustained as AJ pops this one up. And Arsenal gonna try and send it off. Jorius takes his shot opportunity, but it's
But
off
it's
to the
just
side.
one. Very
M80 are challenging everything. Full tank of boost. I'm sending it, boys. See you later. And it's made Dignitas stuck. And maybe these gaps. It's hitting
Hey,
the cars of M80.
I was gonna say.
Finally, AJ will slot in. That'll equalize things 2-2.
Oh my gosh. I mean, dude, the fact that he accidentally slowed it down and you still managed to find your way in is a testament to how hungry M80 are to stay in the fight. You got less than a minute to go. It's a tied game. That's really important for yourselves to keep the momentum going. AJ over one off the kickoff. 46 seconds. A response after just moments away. And M80 officially steal the lead.
Oh, Arsenal almost got a hand up. It came at an angle, and the ball just forced its way through. The fact that Dignitas start with these leads, but then M80 make you go, wait a minute. I am sat and I am watching as Arsenal, no boost. It's hard to use this reset on the ground. M80 move forward to pave their way as Jorius is just going to disengage from that as Gyro takes the ball high, leaving it to Stizzy. No, it's a little too far forward for him, but at least the setup begins for Dignitas. But Jorius with the long send away and not allowed to have that second touch.
Nope, there's no allowance off that one. Big clear here from Nas. Everybody racing back. If that had floated, that would have been horrible, but the chances are still alive. There's enough for one last play here. Gyro reset, trying to get over Nas. He does successfully, but the follow doesn't doesn't come through. Nas is going to clear this one back. Arsenal, he's got to keep this up. Passes over to a teammate, Stizzy, to collect. You see Gyro trying to go for any sort of a disruption or a path opening. And this one falls on Gyro's car. Nas looking to kill this ball. They're trying to hit the ground. It's still up in the air, but the kill comes through. M80 take game number 2.
In the blink of an eye, M80 stole back the lead. First, it was this like chaotic in the quarterfinals, and you need to see that kind of peak here in round 5 because the season ends for one of these teams, and our series is tied 1-1.
Yep, this is it. Do or die for both of these teams. M80 looking to head back into the playoffs and break the curse of round 1. While Dignitas on the other end of things is just trying to show everybody what they're capable of. They brought back Gyro in, I believe, for Evo. They're just trying their hardest to find a team that clicks and works. And clearly, it's been on the positive side so far. It's just a question of can you close your season out in Swiss and continue on to the playoffs.
When Nas was playing deep and out of position, at least he gets a demo, so it allows M80 to fight for this midfield.
I didn't just know.
Almost slot this into the corner. Oh, this crossbar's just getting it today. Nas pops it up to buy some time for Jorius with full boost, but that M80 threat has dwindled for a second as AJ just escorts the ball right into the wall of Dignitas. And they keep trying to demo their way through the right side as AJ presents himself through the front, but Dignitas have saved everything. This is where those 13 shots from M80 come from, by the way, is once this offense begins, it feels like it never ends. And Nas kills the ball right into the box, but M80 just couldn't get a shot in, not before Dignitas beat him to it.
It's finally a big clear. Gyro leaves it, no connection. It's an on-shot target shot. That's a bad way to word that, but it was a great save.
I got you.
Sent over to the other end of the field. But reminder, this is what I talked about before. Again, the Dignitas style, heavy on the defense. They play a very patient game. They allow M80 to take these shots. It's a double off the backboard. No follow-up from Nas. He just
that should have been a
down
goal.
and leaves it for Arsenal to try and make a clear, but even that is not enough. Gyro is the one to send this out towards mid, but Nas sends it right back.
Bro, this is like M80 shots off the crossbar. Like, they would have just been up by so many more goals. And then the cleanup, I mean, if you have to go for the third shot, Dignitas have eventually are structured enough to not let this through unless Jorius from down low.
Jorius just goes under.
Look at this.
What do you need?
Nas spots Jorius. Jorius goes, if I go perfect, bottom 90. That is so far out of reach from any defender. It is perfect placement. It is a slot and a half, 1-0 up for M80.
Being able to play from a lead position too is certainly nice. As AJ trying to control the ball off the side and
I'm being honest, I don't care who wins. I just hope whoever does just wins the next 2 in a row. Because I am falling asleep.
And just make sure to tuck it into the corner. Wants that quality opportunity for Dignitas, but not getting the assistance that Arsenal needed there with Dignitas. Oh, that shot from AJ forces Arsenal back. And now how does Dignitas make space from here?
I mean, they're getting forced into their own half. Finally, they're able to break out, but it's only thanks to an AJ back pass over to Nas, because as soon as it starts, it begins again. They just transition so quickly onto the Dignitas defense. It's a demo to try and open up. Gyro, great save and clear over to Arsenal. It's a shot off the crossbar and nobody to follow through. It was an
It's a very close game at least.
And Dignitas, you
But
gotta make use of those.
I don't know.
There it is. That's the one.
Okay.
That's what I was talking about. You gotta have
That was a really nice play by Arsenal.
And it starts with
Good for Gyro to stick around, but Arsenal, that was
scary, but Jorius couldn't get the clearance.
That was great.
Out to Dignitas to take full advantage, 1-1. Man, M80 have gone to so many darn game 5s that they're okay with trying to outlast Dignitas.
I mean, they play a very good, I guess you would say long game. It doesn't tire them out. They almost seem to build momentum off of it. They're definitely a marathon type of team, right? Not a sprint, which is not a bad thing, especially in moments like this where you have Dignitas being able to match what you're putting out onto the field. Stizzy tries to go for the double. Great read there from AJ to keep it out. And Nas, big clear upfield, redirect from Jorius, this time not on target, and the save comes through, and Dignitas keep this on a tied game.
Yeah, the double was cute for a montage, but yet your second man ready for the pass. If you would have just gotten out of the way from the bounce, it would have been a better shot. Either way, 1 minute left. This pinches out to Jorius with a full tank. It travels off the ceiling with no boost and works out to slow down the play. But then M80 just lobs shots that are easy to save. But look how they just fight for possession with the demos too. And it's forced Dignitas to use boost and get up high. And Stizzy to Nas, back to Arsenal for a Dignitas lead.
The Dignitas special works again. It is pure follow-ups, pure teamwork, the cleanest rotations out there on the field right now. 38 seconds between Dignitas and match point, or can M80 respond? Nas up to himself under one, and nobody to follow the shot up.
Jorius mistimed that, and look how Arsenal sensed it and almost...
That's just in?
Oh, wait, this just goes in.
Huh.
Well, we have an interesting game from an open net
Interesting.
like that from Clears that, man, it got me really head scratching there.
I mean, basically, Gyro, I don't know what he was doing. I think he was going off to the side for boost or taking a wide one, but Stizzy pushing up right to mid, not being able to intercept the clear, that's kind of where it went off on it. And of course, any M80 shot, as far as a long one is concerned, is gonna most likely be on target. So they caught them off guard. 12 seconds left. Trying to steal the game here is Stizzy, but Jorius to send off to the side. Nas in the air. Got enough in the tank to carry over Gyro. Can he carry this one to the backboard? It is possible. It's still up from Arsenal. Stizzy's gonna try and meet him there. This one might hit the ground though, and it does. And we've got ourselves our first OT.
The fact that M80 haven't been punished for playing so deep into their net is so crazy. Dignitas had so many chances to score, but we'll settle this in OT. Who will go to match point? It's Nas. Jorius knocking Gyro out of the way, forces Stizzy on a one-on-one that he wins. Couldn't get the follow-up second touch though, as AJ to Nas to Jorius. How does he slot this? And it's a fake. He actually went for a pass back to Nas, and somehow Dignitas, they survive and hope to fight back.
They're still going, and correction, I did say first OT, it's not, it's second. First one, Dignitas came out on top, but Jorius is trying to put an end to that here. Stizzy with the save, follow-up from AJ is wide, and 41 seconds in, finally, M80 are getting their shots. It's a double on target from none other than Jorius to steal game number 3.
There's just two players running without boost. M80 were boost starving them, and it was about time that Jorius got the double that he wanted. M80 will go to match point to see if they can...
3-person passing plays at times, but the question is, who prevails when the pressure is on, right? This is it. This is match point for M80. The potential to end the Dignitas season is right here.
Dignitas, we're gonna need everything. Oh, one-on-one actually.
Nice
Stizzy win there, but Dignitas, we're gonna need all the help they could get. Like, they need to win this whole qualifier to try and make the major plus sum. So this will be quite the scrap for who makes it out. And with M80 getting demoed, the ball is back in Dignitas's court. And now that AJ is missing, Gyro Nas do a little dance in the air until AJ punctures through, ready to slam into Arsenal. But Stizzy, he likes to take the ball high and use all his boost to do so, but you have to put trust in Gyro and Arsenal to really help vanquish this defense.
I'll be honest, in a game 4 like this on match point, the way to win has got to be through defense. Dignitas is going to put any shot towards the net now. They don't care if it's wide. They're just going to try and wear down the rest of M80. And it's a big clear out. Gyro there to collect. He's going to take his time, and this is what I was talking about, right? It's just one shot after the other. Attempt to get the double. No space given from Nas, and it's a clear back out mid.
Even Arsenal is able to slow down the play, and Nas will be out of it for the moment, leaving Arsenal in a 1-on-2. And M80, they make magic happen with very low boost defensively, but still possession for no Dignitas. Actually, Nas kind of setting up Jorius, who's too far forward, so he goes for the boost. And AJ takes the shot. This pops it up. AJ recovers. And Jorius too far to the right to body block Arsenal from getting out.
And here's a collection around the corner from Stizzy Nas. Again, so secure on that backboard. They are not giving Dignitas any space, and it's a big demo, a big clear, but Stizzy sends it right back. Gyro to try and finish it. Can Stizzy get the angle? No, it's Jorius to intercept, and that's what you need if you're M80. No fear, all challenges, 3 minutes left on the clock, and Dignitas is forcing M80 to run back home. And well, they've got things to say about it. Here comes Jorius trying to attempt shot. This one just sent back, and Nas is gonna have to race back for this ball.
Okay, he gets one and gives AJ almost an open out until Stizzy came from the corner. Stizzy, man, he's been so dependable in this series. Even offensively, he will deliver. Dignitas with the lead.
There's been so many questions around Stizzy. Was he the right choice? Is it
Oh my
time
God.
to give new players their turns? I feel like the answer is yes. He competes at a high level. He looks good doing it. He's keeping Dignitas in the game. Half of regulation left to go. Can M80 catch up?
Dignitas have 3 shots, and most of them to Stizzy with the goal and 4 saves. Like, Stizzy is gonna drag his team to victory, whatever it takes. But if he's your goated player, like, he's using all his boosts to do these setups, and you need them to be, the rest of his team to be in positions that are good options. As Gyro just tried to play the games against AJ and Arsenal and Stizzy. Now step up, go up high with it, and Gyro takes the shot. AJ with the initial save, but Arsenal with the cleanup.
I've got to give it kudos
okay.
to Arsenal. What feels like
That was a smart light touch from Gyro though, knowing once he knew that he had Arsenal there to back him up and finisher. He knew he didn't have to go all in. So he just went for a light touch and just getting a free goal, basically.
And it has worked out for them
Smart.
so many times. It's a 2-goal lead here. An attempt for M80 to come back in this one. AJ tries to push over into that orange half. As soon as he tries, he's sent back home as Dignitas start to push forward.
M80 still haven't scored yet, and they're on match point. This could go to 5 unless M80 figures something out. As Nas and Stizzy collide in the corner, and now it's up to AJ to hold the midfield, and the ball pops to the side. And Arsenal, well, he doesn't have any boost, and he cycled off with a player who had one. So M80 can push forward off of this. Jorius with a full tank. Gyro.
Wow, Gyro.
There, Jorius.
Okay.
Run into Dignitas. They gotta go for more demos. It feels like it's Arsenal above the head. Another high ball that he scores off of.
Who was left? Was that AJ? He had 12 in the tank, I think. Yeah. Oh, it just, he follows it. His car
Honestly, the whole ruling thing in
down. The angle,
the
not
RLCS is
enough to make a
stupid.
tiny touch on this ball. They extend the lead to 3 now. You're looking for 3 goals.
I'm in the
just to
RLCS and I
equalize
start
on
getting into ruling.
Dignitas.
I'm
In
breaking
this
that.
game number 4, match point, running away from M80. Potential game 5.
Unless it's beneficial, of
To
course.
see who
My
gets
team.
to continue their season.
Oh, AJ with a shot saved by Stizzy, but Arsenal has been so incredibly clutch for Dignitas, even in the, okay, this is going to be another open net, 4-0 with 41 seconds left. Arsenal just knows how to clutch up when his team needs to. Even in that SSG Game 7 a while ago, like, he really starts putting up the numbers when everything is on the line. Hat trick for Arsenal. Dignitas up by 4. It's do or die for M80.
40 seconds on the clock. A million follow-ups from Arsenal. Gyro's trying to get one of his own. Can he put in another one? Not this time. Just a bit high. 30 seconds left on the clock. Might be too little, too late for M80 to catch up here. Dignitas finally finding a wave of momentum again in the series. It's round 5 of Swiss. It's do or die moments for these teams. You can get one for the road. I've never seen 3 in 11 seconds. I've seen it in 16, but I don't think 11's enough.
It wouldn't be an
I'm
M80
running
series without going to a
5
game
hours of
5.
sleep
This would be their
right now.
now 4th one.
I've been
Well, Dignitas have
streaming
only gone to 1 game 5. It was against
for
NRG.
almost
They
5
came out ahead,
hours
of course.
straight,
That's why they're here.
and I've been
But,
up for just
who
about
will be able to
6 now.
outlast the other? This was
I
not a good
am
M80 offense.
so cool.
Just a tough one.
Man, I don't even. I mean, to be fair, if you have watched
At the
M80
time this is
throughout
done,
the season,
and I
and a
uploaded
lot
my
of the
video and
times,
everything,
when a game completely
7
runs away
hours
from
would have
them, I
passed.
feel like they just accept it and they don't really waste too much energy trying to force a comeback. They just kind of go with the flow of it. Like even off the kickoff here, it's like AJ's not forcing himself to try and find the double. It just appears, right? But M80 aren't going to waste their energy in last moments. They're going to save it all for game 5 and come out swinging. Dignitas, on the other hand, they got to hold on to the feeling of stealing this game away from M80 as this one hits the ground. Dignitas
Able to just run down the field and hopefully bulldoze Dignitas.
the demos did their best, but it wasn't quite what they needed. Game 5, though, officially underway. Can M80 slow down Stizzy? Can anybody stop Arsenal from following up a shot? And will AJ finally become the striker that we all know he is here in Game 5? Let's find out.
This is already massively an improved M80 compared to game 1. Like, their boost management has gotten better. They have boost in the tank to go for these aerials, and they're not caught completely dry. Nats even steals that one, and this could be the start of keeping Dignitas trapped. But Jorius actually doesn't scoop up the ball and gets at least a touch to kind of readjust the read out of Dignitas. But M80 had a chance to build momentum off of that.
Speaking of momentum building, Dignitas, defensively, they've looked really well. It's just a question, can he keep it up here? This one floating in the corner, Gyro. Pop this one. Can he get past Jorius? Not quite. Great read there from Jorius, though. Gotta give it to him. So this one floats out into the mid. AJ pass over to Jorius. Tempt to go towards net, but man, is Dignitas ready. They are in a line, forcing this ball out of their net.
Yeah, Dignitas have put up so many good saves, but M80 are trying to put their backs against the wall. AJ challenging right in front of the net. Gyro approaches it well. Jorius shoved out of the way, and Arsenal couldn't find Nas in time. So Dignitas ward off the storm, and okay, Arsenal to the side where Nas beats him to it. Jorius looking for
I don't even know what
pops,
to say.
AJ couldn't slot it in, but Nas also with a free ball that now Stizzy and Gyro collectively try to go after, and Dignitas just need a mental reset.
Mix the both.
Oh man, you see the plan too from M80. They're sending one up, just going for the bumps in the demos. There's AJ already trying to start it, but somehow Dignitas has just continued to prevail and now successfully found their way through. It's Stizzy with a long clear from mid and onto the board.
Not the first time this has happened. And Dignitas
He's that difference. He is that ice right now.
having to play from behind, especially with how the last game ended. M80 have gotten so close to building up an offense that would have Dignitas start to stress, but M80 then start to lose full control and they can't get it done as Stizzy with the demo 2 almost had the drop down to his second man. And Arsenal contest the midfield. Gyro barely any boost, sends it to the blue half where Stizzy and Arsenal with full boost can contend with. As Gyro setting up Arsenal with what little he has left, and M80 running headfirst into this. Arsenal to Stizzy. All M80 can do is watch and try to get a hand up. Yeah, M80 slowed down the play, but how do they get out?
They're trying their hardest to just force a clear or anything, but it's tiny touches from Dignitas that kept that blue side so long. This pinch off the ceiling from Gyro goes back, but Arsenal just waiting in the wings for it. AJ's gonna force the challenge and forward, double off the side here. It's a big pop up there from Gyro. Low boost means it's gonna be a hard follow. And Stizzy goes for the demo. Arsenal's up next, but Nas slowing things down. Pinch off the ground, tried to go towards net. This one gets stopped mid. And here comes another 50. This one in favor of M80. Could be short-lived with 2 in the mid here as Nas is up next. Arsenal clears back. and it's just a tug-of-war in the mid for control on this ball. It's finally a breakaway, and as soon as it goes, it stops. It's M80 in control.
I'm more worried about Dignitas somehow, even though they're in a lead, because they've been permanently on defense, it feels like, for the past minute or two. But I guess it says more about how M80 have had so many chances, and a good win from Gyro. Needs to wait for the corner boost. That's not there. Will be called.
I can't wait to see how many shots M80's had.
Set up a plan to get some insurance, but Arsenal can't get that 50 against AJ. Back to the blue half we go, where Jorius, where AJ is deep infield getting that pass. But it's not like a redirect that was even on target or even somewhat threatening.
Officially 1 minute left. That is it. Right now, Dignitas in the lead. Musty from Jorius forward. It's not fast enough. Stizzy keeps it out. Nas, another touch from the corner. This one up high. AJ's going to try and beat Stizzy out, and Stizzy's just respecting it. And it's left here, falls to the hands of Stizzy. Tries to beat past Nas, not enough. Even on low boost, this one still goes in favor of Dignitas. They're back on offense, where they look so comfortable all series long. In the last 30 seconds, can somebody formulate a play here? It's a bump and a shot, and Stizzy sends it off.
Just 22 seconds until Dignitas return to the playoffs. And M80, the season ends here, but Nas to Jorius off the corner. Doesn't have enough power to that bounce, and Dignitas have better reads. Dignitas just have to not take any risks as M80's offense. It needs to flourish here and now, but Gyro gets in the middle of all of their plans.
Oh boy.
M80 have to cross from coast to coast and just will be going out with a
Arsenal is saying no, thank you. And
that's
it. That's it.
Screams from Dignitas back in the playoffs.
Well, all I'm going to say is I am